Hello, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you will be watching us from. We bring greetings to you today, Thursday morning, April 23rd, 2026. Welcome to another powerful conversation. My name is Pamela or Ify, and I help professionals and parents who feel stretched to rebuild their income using structured digital system instead of trading more of their time for money. Well, this is not about hype. This is about building properly. And so today, we are diving into a conversation that many people feel but don't always say it loud. The hidden cost of caring for everyone but yourself. If you're someone who is always showing up for others, always giving, always responsible, but quietly feeling tired, stretched, or like you need something more, you are in the right place. I'm joined by an amazing guest today, a nurse who understands this life firsthand. She is living it right now. So do me a favor as you join. Tell me where you are joining from. And if this topic already speaks to you, type me in the comment section. All right, let's begin. My name, I have introduced me before, is Pamela or Ifoma. And right now, I am going to be giving my guest the opportunity to just briefly introduce herself before we dive into our questions for today. Tess, over to you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for that, Ify. My name is Tess. Before I start, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this live from. My name is Tess, and I'm originally from the Philippines and currently based here in Limerick, Ireland. And I'm a full time nurse, I'm a mom, and I'm a digital business owner as well.
Thank you so much. Very briefly as I requested.
Yes.
That is quite interesting. Yeah, so today we are having a nurse in the house. Like I said, many people are in her situation. They feel so tired, so exhausted, so stressed, taking care of other people. Who takes care of them? But they can't say it out loud. They just feel it and they bottle it to themselves. So today we want to talk to somebody who is living this life on a daily basis and hear from the real person, not a hearsay. So let's start from your reality, Tess.
Mhm.
As a nurse, you care for people every single day. What does that cost you personally? Your time, your energy, even your emotions? Because I know a lot of emotions go into caring for sick people. So take us into your world. What does that cost you?
I remember so many days walking into work, already tired, but there I am, I still show up. Because people, I know, like, especially as nurses, people are depending on us, right? So we give our time, like you said, our energy, our heart, and sometimes you didn't even notice how much it's taking from you until I get home, and then I just sit there quiet, and I was like, I didn't even noticing, but I don't have energy to talk, no energy to even do anything. And the thing is, you're not just physically tired. You're like I'm all like I know our work is actually on the floor, and then but then I have to, like, we're dealing with people that are sick. So sometimes now, like, our patient will be like you can see their pain, and then that's where I'm actually privileged of that I'm able to relieve their pain. Like, it's actually like every time I see them, like telling me that, oh, when you're here I feel relief or something like that, that was actually a that that's priceless for me. But without me realizing, I'm getting emotionally drained as well, because I care. And I carry that even when I get home. Like, you're there. I remember when, before I work in a nursing home, and whenever I work on nights, we have residents there. Um, I think she's 80 years old, or like, around that age. She would wait for me, every night, whenever I go on shift. And then I'll just sit there for like a whole 30 minutes. She's telling me everything that happened during the day, or sometimes if I'm off, like, whatever happened the day before that or the days that I'm off. And then you feel their excitement. And so I said, so how are you? I was like, What have you done during the day?" And I was like, "Oh, nothing much, I don't have any visitors." And then, but they have relatives, but they're not being visited, so here I am, like, so I said, even if I have still a bit to do, I would really give her the, like, my full attention, because they're relieved from it. And like I said, it's actually priceless. It's the caring that I didn't even realize that, like, because at that moment I really feel good, like, and then but then whenever I get home, because sometimes even if I'm not physically tired, I just the moment I enter the door, I just sit, like, I just want, it's like I just want peace and quiet. It's like my body feels so tired, but I actually haven't kind of really physically done a lot. But it's like everything in one. You're physically and you're emotionally drained because of what you absorb, like, during the whole shift.
Wow. Wow. You know, I am not a nurse by profession, but I am a management profession. But I have experienced something similar to what you're saying, because I worked in corrections.
Oh, right.
Yes, I worked I worked in corrections, and I can tell you how mentally, emotionally, and physically drained it can be taking care of people. I wasn't taking care of sick people, but I
Mhm.
was taking care of another special set of people that got me mentally and emotionally drained each day. That I experienced the same thing you experience. When you get, by the time you get home, you are completely spent. You're done. Yes, you can just barely change your clothes, take a shower,
Yeah.
change your clothes, and hit the bed, because the next the next day you're up again to go
Mhm.
face the same thing. So it's not fun. I honestly praise you guys that work in the health sector, because I know I can't. It's not a place I will want to, I will want to be. I'm not sure I can absorb all that goes around there. It's not for everybody. Thank you so much for that insight, for sharing that experience. You see, many people feel or see nursing as a stable and secured job. But from your experience,
Mhm.
what are people not seeing behind the scene?
From the outside, it actually looks stable. Well, this is what everyone will say: when you're a nurse, you have a stable job, good job, secured income, respected profession. Before I say behind the scenes, before, this is my belief as well, that I know when I got here in Ireland, oh, like, I can relax. I like especially when when pandemic came, like many offices, many employees were actually laid off because they have to close their either their shop or their business. But I said I'm secured because, and my family is secured because I work in healthcare. I work in a healthcare setting and I'm a nurse. May 2022, when my belief actually was changed because our nursing home closed. So it was a blow for me. Like, I was, that is something that actually I wasn't really expecting. And it's not even that. I'm already 51. 51 years old. Can you imagine when that nursing home closed? So here I am thinking, wow, like I can't. It's like, do I have to do my CV again? Like, I have to do my like my curriculum
Resume.
vitae, yeah,
Mhm.
resume, and then submit them again and go for an interview. It's like I can't imagine myself sitting and answering questions at 51. Like, it's like I should be preparing for my retirement at that age, and here I am looking for a job, and I'm a nurse. You know, well, anyway, so that's it. Like, so I think in this world now, there's nothing really kind of stable. So you just have to be ready. Well, anyway, behind the scenes, nurses experience burnout, and there's pressure, like, either pressure from, probably from the doctors, the relatives, everything around you, or even from the patient. Because especially in a healthcare, in a hospital setting, I don't work in a hospital setting anymore, but in a like, back in the Philippines, like, the pressure is real. Like, and everything is rushed. There should be no delay. And then whenever you go to your patients, there's always this feeling of always being needed. So you actually rarely having time for yourself, even for a, I don't know if I can say this, pee break. You can't even go to the toilet. Like, you have to delay it because everything is rushed. You have to do, like, everything, like, in an instant. And the thing is, people don't really see those sacrifices. They can
Yeah.
only see the things being done, but they don't see, like, what nurses are actually sacrificing for that thing to be done. And also that is actually um at work. But I like, behind the scenes, there are so many missed holidays. I can even count now, like, how many Christmases, New Year, or holidays that I was actually at work, like, and I know it's really heartbreaking, especially when my kids were younger. It's like, Mom, we're like, oh, it's Christmas time. It's like, are you off? It's like, no, I'm sorry, I'm working. So, like, and like, Philippine tradition now, we have, like, we celebrate, like, Christmas Eve dinner. So we eat at 12 midnight, and then that's where we give the gift. So I make it a point, even if I'm working the next morning, I would stay up late, like, just to have dinner with them and then give their gifts. And then, because I know the next day I have to go to work, and the whole Christmas, like, the whole day I'll be at work, like. And there's also times when you show up even when you're not okay. Like, sure, we're human being as well. We undergo problems, like, and sometimes we don't really, like, 100%, we're not 100%, like, with ourselves. But we cannot say no, I don't want to, like, because, like, that you are actually needed in the workplace, so you really have to show up, even, like, even if you're not okay, and you have to be okay. That's the thing there. The moment you open the door, you have to forget whatever you're feeling, like,
Yeah. Mhm.
you always have to put up a happy face. I remember, and I got so used to it already. So whenever I see the door, like, there's always smile on my face. And then there's one manager there asked me, it's like, why are you always happy? It's like, what? It's like, why? Every time I see you in the morning, you're always smiling. It's like, oh. I was like, it's like if you only know, because sometimes we have problems at home, right? But I cannot
Yeah.
come to work and then be like, oh, I can't. Because like, those patients or the people you're caring for are very excited to see you, so you cannot really show, like, a grumpy face, like, because they're getting their strength from you. So I have to remind myself that all the time. So we smile, I know we care, but deep inside we're also tired, very tired.
Wow.
Mm,
It is a lot. It is a lot. I understand the pressure behind the scene, which most people don't see. We
mm,
don't see that pressure. All we know is that nurses and doctors and all the healthcare workers make a lot of money. I remember that some time ago I had a friend who was a nurse who each time she came back from work she cries herself to sleep.
mm,
She never told us anything, what why she cried and all that, but I knew it was pressure. Like you said, either the doctor or the family of the sick person, or just so much pressure. She comes home every day, or she came home every day very, very depressed.
mm,
Sometimes she says she lost patience and it was affecting it was just too much. I understand what you're saying perfectly well.
mm,
So if you are watching us and you are enticed by what you see, the fact that they earn a lot, before you get into it, consider what they go through that you don't see. Before I move on to the next question, I want to pause, take a second, because what we are talking about here today is not just theory. This is real life for a lot of people. And so, if you are watching us, and this sounds very much like you, your reality, the life you are living right now, put in the comment section me in the chat. You're not alone. A lot of people are going through this. Know that you are not alone. Okay? Put in the comment section me, and we will take care of that. We can even link you up with my guest here, who has been a nurse for quite some time, to have some discussion. Sometimes you just need to talk to somebody, especially if you are new in that profession and you are going through all the stress. Sometimes all you need is to vent out what is in your mind, discuss it, and you'll feel better. They say problem shared is half solved. Okay, so let me move on to the next question, Tess.
yeah.
Was there a moment where you realized I can't keep pouring from an empty cup? Was there any moment where when you felt like that?
Yes. I'll be honest, yes. There are moments, not just one, but there are moments. I remember there's one time that I'm feeling so drained, physically, emotionally, even mentally. Mentally, like the three in one. So and then I ask myself, like, is this how life is going to be forever? Because there's, like, you can actually count on your finger the moment I actually went home feeling happy. Like, it's not that I'm not happy with my job, but it's probably because all the things that I'm absorbing during the day, that how I wish I have the power to just, like, stick a wand and everything will be better. Like, and then and and me, like, I know, like, I know I work so hard, but how come I still feel stuck? I still worry about the future. If this is a very promising job, like, that it will give me a secured future, how come I still live like paycheck to paycheck? I actually worry about the future. I worry about my, my retirement. And that's when it hit me. I said, what else can I do? Because you know what? Here in Ireland, we work 12 hours in one shift. So we normally work 8 in the morning up to 8 at night. There are times that the the next nurse on the, the night shift won't be able to, won't come in because they're probably are, they're probably sick, or they'll just ring in that they cannot come in, and at that time I cannot call anyone. So the ending, I have to finish that another 12-hour shift for that night. So I actually did 12 hours, not just once, not just twice, but I think three times in my, it's really hard, because you're like, I cannot just stay there and, close my eyes and sleep as well, because I can say, oh, I've been working, the 12-hour shift already. No, I can't, because if something happened, there's still my responsibility. But sure, I can do anything, like I can't go home because there's no other nurse, I'm the only nurse. And then so I said, if you like, I cannot really say, like, can I not call that working hard? What else can I call it? And that's when it hit me. I can't keep giving everything and have nothing left for myself. So that's why I said, um there's like, is there any, that's when I started looking for really opportunity. It's like, is this really my life? Is there something, out there that I just haven't discovered yet? So that's it, there's probably more to life. So yeah, that's when everything kind of hit me.
Wow. Like I said before, I'm not a nurse, but I think I've had similar experiences like you. I told you I worked in corrections.
Mhm.
So I had a full-time job, 8 hours shifts. And like you, sometimes just when you pick up your bag after your shift to leave through the door, they call you and tell you somebody has called off. And
Mm.
so you will do another 8 hours shifts. So sometimes, most times, not even sometimes, because that happened like regularly, you're doing 16 hours instead of your normal 8 hours. And it's not fun. It's not fun.
No.
That was also what pushed me into doing what I am doing today, because I wanted time freedom. I couldn't continue working like that, and my children were not, they were not seeing me. I leave in the morning to 3 a.m., come back at night, they had gone to bed. This was my life, the same thing you were going through. It's really not fun. All right, now you found this business. When you found it, what made you even consider going into it? Especially since you came from a demanding profession like nursing. What made you go into the business?
To be honest, I wasn't really looking for a business, right? I was just looking for something, something different. And like that fear, actually, I think that fear of me looking for something came when the nursing home I was working for, this is the same nursing home that sponsored me to come here in Ireland. So I was there for 13 years when it closed. So the fear was real, though I got lucky because I got job again, I got a job straight away. But I was looking for something different, something that could actually give me a bit of hope. At first, I have to admit I had doubts because I don't, when you say online business or digital business, it's like, what is that? I don't really have a clue what, what's on it. So because obviously because I don't have any experience about it, but I thought, because the change that's in me, like that the wanting for a change, it's too what do you call, how do you put it, like my um I'm actually lost for words. Like, because I really wanted change, right? I wanted it so bad that I said, if I don't even try, nothing will change. Like,
Yeah.
I'll probably be looking forever. Like, because I'm sure an opportunity was already presented to me, and I just have to figure out what it is, right? And what I liked was when I said yes to this online business, I didn't have to figure it out alone. Like, because the I was given a mentor, like, I was guided, and there was a step by step video
Training.
tutorial, yeah, video step by step learning, and for me, like, the training, and for me that made it possible to start. Because if you're going to hand it to me, oh, here's your online business, okay, start away, it's like I'm probably gone by now. Because it's like, what will I do? I don't even know what to do, like, like, what will I do? But then I'm so lucky, because everything was actually handed to me on a plate. Like, all I have to input is actually like uh just for me to be coachable, because everything is there laid in front of me. Like, and then and that was the greatest decision I've ever done. That was in May 2023 when I discovered this business, and I'm so happy I did.
Okay. So, my people, if you are watching again and you fall within this class of people who give so much and yet nobody to give them back. You're stretched, you're tired, you're exhausted. You are right now thinking, what is the next way for me? Is this my life? Our guest here is telling you that there is a way forward. You don't have to be in the situation you are. And this way is a way that is so what is the word? I'm lost of what to use. It is so planned and so structured that you don't have to do much except follow the training the way it is laid out for you, and you have support, every support that you need to get to where you want to be. All right. So, my lovely guests, if a nurse or a working professional is watching right now, feeling exhausted and very unsure what to do, what will be your advice to them?
I would say you are very lucky you're able to see this, because I understand you. We understand you, because I've been there too. I've been there where you are at the moment, feeling tired, stuck, wanting more, but not knowing where to start. And the truth is, you don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to be open to learn and to try something new. So put that fear aside. Like, even just exploring can actually change your direction.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's actually just like you probably hear it, like, faith over fear. So just, you won't know something if you don't even try it. Like, so that's what the saying is, there's no harm in trying, or it might even change your whole life.
Well,
Yeah.
you've heard it from her. Action is the only thing that will take you out of your situation. We
Mhm.
know it is frightening, it's overwhelming when you are going into something new. But you see, your consolation or your encouragement should be there are people doing this thing and they are still doing it. In my community, business community, we are over 300,000 or almost 300,000 people right now.
Yeah.
People have been there 9, 10 years and more, and they are still in it. Some people have even quit their jobs just to do this. So don't be afraid. It is natural to be afraid, but we are telling you that there is nothing to fear. So let me give my guest just 1 minute to speak to your people in your language.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Ify. Alam nyo, there was a time in my life when everything felt like a routine. Gigising ka, you go to work, and then come home tired, and the next day, you have to do it all over again. Doon ako nag-isip na, parang ito lang ba ang life? Hanggang ganito na lang ba? But deep inside, I knew I wanted more because I have so much dream. I have a big dream for my family. Not just not just money, but yung time and freedom and a different future. And the thing is here, nothing will change until nothing changed until I decided to change something. Isang decision lang ang ginawa ko. To be open, sinubukan ko. And if you're listening right now and you're feeling the same thing, and may naririnig kang voice na meron pa sigurong pag-asa, there is something more, don't ignore it because that could be your sign where everything starts. So yun lang, and thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ify.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you very, very much for coming. I really appreciate your presence here. I don't take it for granted. I am honored that you accepted to be on my page today.
Oh, it's my privilege, Ify. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this has honestly been such a powerful and honest conversation. And if you take nothing away from this conversation today, I want you to take this. I want you to know that you can care for others and still build something of your own. I want you to know that you can be responsible and still want more. There's nothing wrong in wanting more. And that your current situation does not have to be your final destination.
Mhm.
This is exactly what we do, what we're doing to help people build structured, simple digital system, build an income. So if something in this conversation spoke to you this morning, send us a message and ask. You can just say how. We will understand that you're asking us how can you start or how can you do it? And we will show you what it looks like and how you can do it. But don't ignore this conversation today. Don't ignore that thing that is speaking to your mind or to your heart about your situation. If we spoke to you, if you are in this situation that we have described here today, whether you're a nurse or you're into any other profession, I am not a nurse, but I experience similar things like my guest laid out here today. Whether you're a professional in an office, they also go through pressure. Send us a message. Our websites are there on the screen, and we definitely will take care of that. Thank you once again, sis, for showing up here today. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing your experiences with us and your story. Your story is quite interesting, and I'm
Thank you
sure
so much.
it is going to motivate a lot of people or inspire other nurses like you to seek the way out of their situation. God bless you. And thank you to my audience. If you are watching or you are going to watch the replay later, I understand a lot of people are at work and may not be able to watch it while we are on air, but it's there on our pages. You can go and watch it later and learn from my sister's experience. God bless you all. I'll see you again next week with a different guest. Thank you. I
Thank
remain.
you.
Keep moving, keep growing. We dream achievers team, keep moving.